Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the wind, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Just the Bet Slips. We have a frozen Rob, but we are here to bring you, just like every single day, the hot tips to help your bet slips. Everybody's here. We're rocking it out. We got the three-headed monster today, as seen on TV. Poolside Pat, who got dapped up by Barstool the other day. That's power.
3 out of the 5 days, by the way. 3 out of 5.
You just keep rocking it. Eventually they're gonna put just the bet slips on there. That'd be sick.
Well, they did.
No, they did it pop? Did it pop? All right, there we go.
Oh yeah, just bet slips. We made our national television debut yesterday. Yeah.
There we go. That's what we love to see. Hopefully they keep popping us up. Maybe we got a guest spot on Barstool. Barstool, hit us up. I'm in. But we are here and we're hoping that a bunch of people join in today for the fun. We've got some bets. We've got some stuff that already went live. Hopefully you were checking out the Twitter. If you're watching on the Twitterverse, hopefully you're checking out the Twitter because we dropped some bets early today. Hopefully you also saw Jen's picks for the golf, as that's actually looking very promising at the current time. So hopefully that hits for you guys. But yeah, been a good week so far. We're getting ready for the rest of Holy Week. Happy Good Friday out there for all you.
Yes, happy Good Friday.
Happy Good Friday. It's the saddest day of Holy Week, but that's okay. It's all good.
Meat. All right, boys.
Because it'll be great. Yeah. I'm not a devout Catholic, so I'm off on that. I'll eat whatever I want.
You know what? Honestly, fair enough.
Yep. So that's how it goes. Presbyterians, man, we just take things way too seriously. That's all we do. But speaking of taking things too seriously, we don't. As this is the disclaimer. First off, we are not professional gamblers. The show's for fun and entertainment purposes only. As you can tell by a man who's literally wearing a Rutgers hat and a St. Louis Cardinals pullover.
Wild.
Yeah, just absolutely wild. Second, please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. Do not gamble more than you can afford and only bet what you can afford to lose. And last but certainly not least, gambling can be addictive, so please seek the help if you need it. Utilize the resource 1-800-GAMBLER, or if you or a loved one has a problem with gambling. And that is not just the casinos, that is not just the sport books, that is the casinos, that is the ponies, that is anywhere that you could bet your money on. Make sure you go ahead and utilize 1-800-GAMBLER.
What are you doing?
He's love-struck and well, we know what he's doing, but
what are you doing?
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
What is he doing?
First off, he's got the stash. First off, second off, it's just like we
have
might
a lot
need
of
to shave
questions.
that. There's a lot of things that we need to talk. But anyway, but we, as you can see, we're not affiliated with or sponsored by any specific sport book. However, we are sponsored by Nevin Eyewear, and that is the link right there in the description to go and get the amazing deal. But Nevin has been a sponsor of us since Jump Street, and we appreciate them. Go get your amazing sunglasses from Nevin. They have all different colors, styles, shapes. Whatever you need, they've got you, and they also have you if you lose or break them. So a great deal with Nevin. 30% off of one pair or buy one, get two free utilizing that link that I have dropped both in the description if you're on YouTube, in the regular chat here on X, and, we'll drop it in the chat on YouTube too, because there it is. Hey, look at that.
And business has been pretty good, boys. So
yeah, listen, booming. That's what we love. We love Nevin, and we hope that you guys go ahead and drop Nevin. They've been True Blue sponsor for us. Never odd nor even. It is Nevin. Go check out the amazing deal with Nevin. You're going to get free shipping over $50. So just go ahead and check them out. They're incredible, and they've been with us since Jump Street. But we are sponsored by another place, and that is Playvo, aka Player Profit. They have an amazing challenge system that you can use to get yourself some, a bigger bankroll with a little bit less money. There's some stipulations, some things. You can do two different styles. You can do the regular challenge system, which is 10%, then 15% before 10% losses of your highest. And then you could also do the blitz, which is what I am doing, which is 25% before you hit 10% losses from your highest total. And then you are funded. Once you get funded, you can pull 70% of your profit out. And they have packages ranging from $30, which if you use that promo code there in the corner there with the maximize your winnings with promo code JTBS, it is 10% off of whatever package you go. But that is $1,000 bankroll. And then you can get a $5,000 bankroll for $130 using our code, and so on and so forth, going all the way up to a $100,000 bankroll for like $500 or whatever the heck it is. But you can do that all with Player Profit. They are also with Playvo coming out. They're getting into a regular sport book where you can't use our promo code to get 10% off because that's just like an instant cheat code. But with the challenges, you're still doing that. And we have the best bet of the day, and is brought to you by the parlay guy, Rob, who that is his professor look, by the way. If he lost 100 more pounds and decided to just let the hair go all the way, that is what Rob would look like.
Funny.
Rob, tell him about the selection today.
He is rocking the glasses.
Braves down.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
We are choppy.
Runs yesterday.
We are choppy as all get out. There it is. There it is. That's better.
Oh. Will we get him back?
Came in now.
You're super choppy. It's in and out.
Yeah. I like this. It's a good segment. The segment
keep
is
going.
choppy.
Go ahead. No, I think you're good. I think you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Came in now.
Yeah. You're there. Go ahead. Fire away.
All right, cool. So I'm not going too deep with this. The Braves scored 14 runs yesterday. Every single person in their lineup had RBI, which is kind of wild. Coming back days after they have big games like that, they never start off that game well. They usually don't score early in the next game. It's been a problem. So I don't think they're going to start off the game well. The D-backs look pretty bad. Grant Holmes has a tendency to start off well and then as he gets to the second part of the lineup, they start hitting him. So I'm just gonna bet the fact that they're not gonna have anything going in the first inning. You're gonna see I bet this again in the 750 club as well. That's how much I like this for today. And I got this at -110, so I really like it.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, listen, the Nerfy, it all depends, man, with the Nerfy. So hopefully
I'm sorry.
it works out well for you and you get that Nerfy. I will say this isn't like the greatest pitching matchup ever, as it's Grant Holmes versus Eduardo Rodriguez. So you're just hoping that neither of these offenses decide to show up. Apparently, I hit a bet that I didn't know. When did I make a bet? I made a bet on April 1st, and I totally forgot about it, and it hit.
So here's what I'm going to say. I put a lot of research in the first 2 days, and they didn't even come close to hitting. So I figured, you know what? Screw it. We're going to buy a bet today.
YOLO, that's fair.
Yeah, Nerfies are tough, man. It's been tough for me to get onto that bandwagon, because that's such like a. I mean, that's a fun, if you can watch those games, like, moving out to St. Louis, there's a good chance I'm going to be catching more games than I've ever in my life. Nerfy might be a bet that I would like to bet on, but it's such like a one swing ruins this bet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, 6 outs wins this bet. Like 6 outs is not a lot.
That's true. That's a good point. That's actually a very good point. It is just 6 outs. Yeah. So I mean, I can't offer much on this bet I just love that. I love that you love this, Professor.
But the 750 Club's got 2 Nerfies on it, so buckle up.
Whoa,
Oh God!
whoa,
Oh
whoa,
God! All right.
whoa,
Well,
whoa,
I don't know what to do
whoa!
now.
Simmer down,
I don't know
simmer
what to
down,
do.
sir. These Nerfies
Whatever.
and Yerfies. This is just
Oh my
not what
God.
we want to see. That's okay. Best bet of the day brought to you by Player Profit. Go ahead and use that promo code JTBS at checkout. Get 10% off of your challenge
Please
system.
do. Please do.
And keep doing that because listen, I'll give you my journey. I am currently I'm on the road. I need to get to $6,250 in the account. Okay. So I'm at $5,500 in the account right now, just a little over. So we're essentially $750 away from being able to cash out in the profit. So and I only have I have to make 3 more picks. You have to do like 20 picks to get it. So we're well on the way getting it done and having some good. I just got to do that before I drop $523 in the drop down. So we've been kind of mediocre over the last couple, but we're getting back. We're gonna do it. And we're gonna get out. Massive play. I'm actually making a bet right now, and it's actually probably going to be the next bet that we see here on the show.
Whoa!
And it is the performance double of the day, brought to you by the PD King, and I am going with Brian Woo for 7+ Ks and a Mariners money line today at plus 112. Listen, Woo's got a 28.6% K rate versus this Angels lineup in his career. He has 24 Ks in 84 plate appearances. So it's not that small of a sample size, and he's gotten the job done. And the Mariners should win this game on the road. Listen, I like the Angels. I think they're good, but Reed Detmers just doesn't scare me on the bump. And Brian Woo doesn't throw a lot of balls. So he's going to make the Angels beat them. And yes, I think the Angels can. Their lineup is definitely a lot more dangerous. But the only person that Brian Woo really has to avoid is Joe Adell. As Joe Adell has 3 dingers against this man, lifetime.
Oh, man.
So if you want another separate bet, go ahead and take Joe Adell to hit a homer tonight. But he also has 3 Ks against him, too. So it's not like he doesn't have the ability. Notably, Mike Trout is 0 against Brian Woo.
Whoa.
0. Yohan Moncada is 0 versus Brian Woo. So, 2 of their biggest bats have never had a hit against Brian Woo. So that tells you something. So, and they have a 2.63 batting average against. And the slug is 395. It's not like it's a massive slug against our man Brian Woo. So go ahead and take Woo for 7+ Ks in the Mariners money line at plus 112. What do you guys think of the PD of the day?
I mean, I have him in my marquee matchup, so I like this a lot.
Whoa!
And
are you allowed to take my marquee matchup?
What?
I mean,
am I allowed to say that?
No, I'm saying, are you allowed to take my PD of the day and put it as your marquee matchup? I'm kidding.
Well,
to be clear.
I mean, I have him at 6, so you have him at 7. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, that's fine. Semantics. That's fine.
And as we know, pretty much every start last year, I bet Brian Woo. So you're not going to ever see me say anything negative about the man.
Yeah, I think Rob is the biggest Brian Woo fan. Honestly,
I don't know. I'm
on the planet.
I'm up there. I'm up there, dude.
Well, you guys might be 1 and 2 on the Woo fans of.
That's probably true.
Yeah,
that's fair.
But
for people who live where you live to root for a guy who plays in Seattle, yeah, you guys are probably the biggest fans.
He might be the only thing in Seattle I root for, but.
Well, now you root for the big dump.
That's true.
Yeah, we love the big. You know what? We are a show that roots for the big dumper. We have to say that. Yeah.
Speaking of big dumper, I got a last call that's a plus 10,900, by the way.
Oh
Boom!
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We'll hit that up in a little bit. But before we do that, we'll get to the next one, which is the 750 Club. We are making money at the 750 Club. There's one rule of Fight Clubs you don't talk about. There's one rule of the 750 Club. You tell every single person about it.
Yes,
Rob, what are we
sir.
telling the people today?
We going big today.
Oh,
We're going big today. I got
Oh,
Brewers, Royals, no runs first inning. I like this pitching matchup. I do get a little worried that somebody like Witt's going to ruin this, but he hasn't been doing it early. I looked and all his stuff is coming in like the third, fourth inning. He hasn't done anything like that in the first inning, so I'm just hoping we get past the first inning. As I talked about the Braves D-backs, I'm going to ride that here as well. He just talked about the Mariners. Because of Wu, I'm taking Mariners -1.5. I think they win this game by 5. I think they're going to kill Detmer. Detmer's terrible. The Angels are good, but the pitching is not. And Wu's going to mow this lineup down. And then we've got Mets versus Giants over 7.5. But I don't like either one of these pitchers. I think they're both going to get rocked, and I think they're going to get rocked early. So over 7.5, and I got that at plus 1471.
Whoa. Is that even legal? Where'd you get that at,
almost
by the
15.
way?
That was on Fanatics.
Okay.
That's no
Looking to
boost,
see if
by
I
the
can
way.
get
That's
it better
straight up.
elsewhere. Trying to remember how I get to that on.
I'm just trying to make this one of those that I only got to hit 2 bets for the whole month to be in the green.
Oh, some nerfy. Oh my goodness. That has to be so stressful for you.
I'll be at the. To be clear, I'll be at the beach watching this, so I won't be stressed at all.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. You know what? Fair enough.
And I hit Brandon Marsh for plus 625 today already, and I used my $21 DraftKings bet on a 4-legger and hit that too. So,
dude,
it's already been a good day.
I still have that till April 8th. I have my $21 bet. I do not know what to do with it.
I already spent mine.
I fired mine earlier today.
I'm so lost on it. I want to make it. I have to make a smart bet. I don't know. Whatever.
I did a 4-pitcher super safe strikeout bet with mine. I did Dylan Cease for 6 strikeouts, Mackenzie Gore for 5, Aaron Nola for 5, and Brady Singer for 4, and I smacked that already today at plus 160. That's
not even a safe bet.
What do you mean it's not safe? Three of those guys got over 8 strikeouts, and I bet them for 5.
I know, but it hit. But that's not a safe bet. I mean, those guys
that is super safe. Those were 4 guys that were minus 400 for those strikeouts. They were projected 7 and 8 strikeouts.
I hate having this bet. I hate having this bet so much. I hate it.
Sometimes you just gotta fire it and let your voice drop. You know, it is what it is.
That's fair. Yeah.
So either play it safe and make a safe bet, or go for a plus 800 and really try to go big.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Here's the deal, Pat. Just remember this: like if it misses, right? What are you out? You're not out anything.
Nothing. You won the bet.
That's true. Yeah.
So who cares?
I know. I was debating going like crazy, and like $100,000 type bet. I was debating just like win a couple hundred. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this $21 bet. I'll figure it out. I'll let the people know.
All right, well, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's green, it's soft, it's plushy. Everybody get your fingers ready because it is the table top. There it is. And Duke of Slips, you were up first, my guy. What you got today?
Sir.
Man?
Yes, sir. So marquee matchup number 1, Mr. Woo and Detmers, both for 6+ Ks. By the way, both of these were you could see by the plus 104, they were both very, very much negative money. And I didn't know why. I forgot that Reed Detmers was a starter and is a starter. Last year he was more of a relief guy. but he is a starting pitcher in Major League. And in 2024, he hit this 6+ Ks 10 out of 17 of his starts before he got hurt. And then he was more of a relief guy going forward. We've talked about Brian Wu. Um, Woo. He hit 6+, 22 out of 30 starts last year. I mean, this is our guy. We love Brian Wu. I think this might be the easier marquee matchup. I think I'm 1-3 since I've started doing this. It might be, not sure. It's around there. We'll eventually get these stats because marquee matchup is definitely going to be a segment on this show soon. But I believe I'm 1-3. But if this doesn't hit, I almost put my $21 on this, by the way. But I did not. Wu and Detmer's 6+ Ks. NBA, you already know I'm gonna go Knicks. Cat double, most in the league. Brunson 2+. Already talked about that. 2+ 3-pointers. And I brought down the Knicks. They I believe, don't please somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They were 15.5, maybe 14.5 favorites. I brought this all the way down to 6.5 to get to the plus 130. So that's Cat double, Brunson 2+ 3s, and Knicks 6.5 plus 130. I need, pun intended, I need the ball to go through the hoop. I've been so bad to start this to start this month. It's on me. So please, just Knicks need this win. Knicks need to see these balls go through the hoop. And then Pucky, hey, it's kind of a friendship type of bet. Flyers. I do have some on here. The Flyers 17, 13, and 8 at home. 20, 13, and 4 on the road. And then look, both of these are going to be tough. Both of these games are going to be tough. The Blues, however, are playing very, very good hockey, as it were, and I decided to go St. Louis and Philadelphia for a feeling pucky bet of the day, plus 392. Let's go.
Why not? Yeah, I mean the St. Louis Blues. You're betting on my former boss Brad's team, RIP. And the Hintses. If anybody in the Hintz family is watching, what's up, guys? Yeah. So the Blues, like literally, he has the one set of irons I have are St. Louis Blues blue engraved in the Mizuno. Like he literally colored them in. So, yeah, gotta love it. So there you go. Feeling pucky. The Knicks are currently at minus 14. Minus 14.5. So
there you go. And by the way, I think I might be, and this is because I'm betting responsibly, and I know, and I've been losing a lot. I may just bust out one pick pet for a little bit, because I might only be able to afford responsibly one pick. So we'll see what happens after today.
Yeah, there you go. Fair enough. Let's go ahead to the next one, and I believe it's me, and it is me. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw out both of them. We got some NBA picks. I'm going Gobert and Embiid to both have a double-double tonight at 5:33. We're taking both big men to get a bunch of boards and a bunch of points tonight. Gobert, you're honestly worried about the boards, and Embiid, you're worried. Gobert, you're worried about the points. Embiid, you're worried about the boards. Which is kind of funny to think about. But yeah, I have a feeling Embiid goes off tonight. He took the day off versus the Wizards, so he should be plenty at home versus the Timberwolves tonight. And then I took a 5-point teaser tonight at plus 350. All 5 of these squads need to hit these respective lines. Sixers, technically, it's actually plus 0.5, so it's the money line. Hornets minus 10.5. Knicks minus 8.5. As I got this when the Knicks were minus 13.5. Celtics at minus 12.5, and Rockets minus 12.5 as well. All of them hit those respective lines. The Hornets are going up against a terrible, and I will repeat this again, terrible Pacers team that just doesn't know how to do anything, and the Hornets are actually playing for some playoff positioning. Knicks going up against the Bulls. But the Bulls don't know whether they want to tank or they want to keep being good, and the Knicks just want to secure their playoff position. So 8.5 feels good there. The Celtics going up against the Bucks, and the Celtics are fully healthy. They feel good, and then the Rockets are going against the worst team in the association in the Utah Jazz. So feel pretty good about minus 12.5 there. Next, I have the MLB PDs. Now, one of those, when I put this on here, I forgot that this is already going on, but Nola 6+ Ks and the Phillies money line. I expected a lot of offense from the Phillies coming in off an off day and not wanting to get absolutely shelled, and they were going up against a former teammate in Michael Lorenzen. So I figured that would be a big one there, and they're currently up 10-1, and Nola had 9 Ks. So feeling pretty good about that, considering all I'm doing there is dodging a massive comeback by the Colorado Rockies, which I don't see is happening. Christian Javier and the Astros tonight. That is, again, we've already kind of discussed this. They're going up against the Athletics, and the Athletics have not had a good start of the year. Neither have the Astros, to be completely fair. But Christian Javier, in his lifetime versus this Athletics lineup, is poised for a monster game. He has struck them out in 37 plate appearances and a 32.4% clip with an ex-WOBA, expected weight on base average, of 0.184. And if you don't know this, anything underneath 275 is pretty darn good. Anything underneath 0.2 is elite. So, yes, Christian Javier in 37 plate appearances. Yes, not a huge sample size, but a big enough one for me to trust it. Has struck them out a lot and has not given up a lot of stuff. So I expect him to have a monster game here. And Jeffrey Spriggs, not awful, but I also think this Astros lineup plays better versus left-handed pitching, which Spriggs is obviously left-handed. So feel good about Javier to get 5 and the Astros on that money line. And then, of course, I'm putting the PD of the day, Brian Woo Woo Woo, which are actually getting it a little bit better now. I just refired that as my $21 free bet, courtesy of Luka Doncic, at plus 140 to get Woo at 7+ Ks and the Mariners money line at plus 140.
Should I do that too?
So you're able to get it better there. Dude, it's your money. Use it when you need it. I'm just gonna hit you with the JG Wentworth there. Like that's
did you actually just fire your $21 bet?
1,000% I did.
From 7 and
I'm not lying to you. It's literally right there. There you go. You see it?
All right. See it? All right. I will ride with you right now.
There you go. So yes, I did put my $21 bet on that. So let's see what you can get with Brian Woo Woo Woo. And hopefully it hits. Hopefully it smacks. Hopefully we get some good vibes on it.
Would it be bad if I did 6 and then?
Yeah, I don't care, dude. It's your $21. Use it when you need it.
I know, but I kind of want to be
it's
like
JG Wentworth. 877 cash now, and hopefully
plus 102 for 6,
8 or 7 Ks, and then I cash
I'm going 7. I'm going 7.
Listen,
I'm
go
riding.
8, dude. Balls to the walls. Go 8.
No.
You won't.
I want to ride with you.
You won't.
No,
do 8.
I won't.
I thought about 8.
I want to ride with you.
All right, fair enough. 7 Ks. All right, so that is my bets of the day.
Shut up.
Brought to you by the PD King. Rob, you are next, my good man. Let me go ahead and do this so that way I can do this and then bring you up as a solo. What do you got today, man?
So that's
I'm going safe again on another strikeout parlay like I did earlier today. All these guys hit this number in their last outing, but we're going Chad Patrick, who had 4 strikeouts in his last outing for 3 strikeouts. Grant Holm, who had 4 in his last outing, and that was not even that great of an outing. I think he has a better outing today for 4. Eduardo Rodriguez for 4 strikeouts. Like I said, I think the Rays bats might be a little silent today after their big game yesterday. And then Brian Wu for 6 strikeouts, plus 233. And then for parlay 2, I've got NBA. I'm going out PD parlay. I got Magic money line with Paulo Vancaro 20+ points. I think they're in a game where they're definitely the favorite. They should win this game. and they really need a win because they've been kind of up and down lately. And Paulo's going to be a big reason for that. And then Pelicans money line, which I know that's crazy to say, but they're actually favored by 6, I believe, in this game. And they're also in a matchup they should easily win. And then one of my favorite bets is Sadiq Bey, 20 plus pra, who's been hitting this like crazy. I think he's something like 7 of his last 9 for 24 plus pra, and I got that at plus 257. And then I fired the Braves Nerfy as well on here, just like I normally do for the best bets, at minus 110.
Well, there you go.
Are we the only place that calls them Nerfies? No, you can't be.
No, Nerfy's a commonly.
That's okay.
That's a common theme right there.
Common thing.
It's a common call.
I did just throw 7 and Mariners.
Let's freaking go. Hopefully,
so we're together. We're together on this.
Together.
Yeah.
Together. We're together. Together. trying to get this darn parlay to reach so I can bet this 20. I'm adding stuff to your parlay too there, Rob. So that way I can get to something else here. Let me add. Maybe I'll add some. I'll add some baseball. Maybe I'll add the Woo case.
Whoa. Woo.
There we go. Oh, that won't work because it's all NBA. I need it all to be NBA.
Know it. Always ready.
Oh, there it is. There we go. We're good. We got this now. Why not? I added Embiid for 25 and Maxey for 20.
Yep, I like that. That's funny because when you were thinking, I was about to say throw Embiid for 25.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that that's what I did. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. So yeah, I did Maxey for 20 and Embiid for 25 points. So we'll see what happens. It's time for last calls, which Professor, you got one. I
think that was old. Yeah, that was from last year. Yeah.
Okay, so that's
really
some
good
old stuff there. So
but
no, I have one on there.
I will give you mine. It's not on there, but it's a plus 10,900. It is 3 guys who are far overdue for home runs to hit home runs today. We've got Francisco Lindor, Big Dumper, and Ronald Acuna. All 3 to go hit a home run. I boosted it to get it to plus 10,900.
I'm going to bet it, but not hit Lindor's. I hate the Mets.
I do too, but I like money more than I hate the Mets.
That's fair.
Also a very, very valid point.
Who are the people that you just said?
It is Kyle Riley, Francisco Lindor, and Ronald Acuna. All 3 guys who have not hit a home run yet this year and are far overdue. And I saw Shohei finally hit his. Schwarber hit one today. Judge hit one today. Like all the big guys are finally hitting them. So why not today?
I just bet it. Yeah. No, I have mine is my last call might go for a minute or two. So if yours is quicker, CJ, you can do yours. Mine might take a second.
No, just go ahead. I'm still looking.
Okay. So Gary Cohen, for those that don't know, is the voice of the Mets broadcast team that many claim to be the best in the business, which I disagree with. And you know what? If you're a Mets fan and you believe that, good for you. I'm going to obviously like my broadcast team more than yours. And that's totally fine. Like we can have different takes. But Gary Cohen, he said something about St. Louis the other day that did not sit well with me. And I'll actually read the quote right now. If I can find it. Hold on. It was There's never any. This is a quote from Gary Cohen. There's never any. But this is when the Cardinals were beating the crap out of the Mets, which they did. Or they did in 2006. And I'm not trying to be like that guy. There's Gary Cohen. There's never anybody walking around in downtown St. Louis. Remember the old neutron bomb that wouldn't knock down buildings, but just would eliminate all of the people. It's like one of those hit St. Louis. That is a direct quote from Gary Cohen on a broadcast when the Mets were playing the Cardinals. St. Louis and the surrounding cities are wonderful, and if you don't want to move there, then don't. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And Gary Cohen, you can suck it. That's what I have to say. I don't understand why an announcer would say the things that he said about St. Louis, other than the fact that we beat you in 06 when Carlos Beltran, love Carlos Beltran, by the way, looked at a perfect curveball and struck out, and the Cardinals beat you. Gary Cohen can literally suck it, and will never. The people that say best broadcast booth in baseball, you're an idiot.
They haven't heard John. They haven't heard John Kruk and Tom McCarthy.
I don't even
just
literally
rant for days.
Look. Can I say something? Everybody who is a fan, everybody who is a fan of their team is going to say that their broadcast team is the best, and that's what it should be. Nobody's gonna say if you're a Phillies fan, you're a Braves fan, you're a Cardinals fan. I'm never going to be like, oh, yeah, the Mets broadcast booth is the best. But then this guy goes and says that about the city of St. Louis when you don't live there, you don't know anything about it, and you say that? Oh, he's made an enemy for life. He's made an enemy for life from me.
Maybe he was rolling downtown St. Louis, and the St. Lunatics back then robbed him, and he hates Nelly, so he doesn't want to find him in St. Louis. That's it. I don't know.
Listen, it doesn't matter. Like,
and then the Cardinals
deal, right?
beat the crap out of them.
Okay,
and I don't care.
Here's the deal. He was probably in downtown St. Louis. He was probably there one time, and there was nobody there because it was probably 1,000 degrees outside. So why are you going to be outside in St. Louis when it's 1,000 degrees outside? There's no reason. Stay inside.
None of what you're saying is true.
How do you know he wasn't there in 105-degree heat sometime?
I just read what he said. Like that's
and
not.
He said he was there and nobody was outside. That was the quote.
No, he did not say he was there.
What you said?
That wasn't the quote. The quote was, "There's never anybody walking around in downtown St. Louis. Remember the old neutron bomb?
Okay, all right, Pat.
Wouldn't knock down buildings."
All right, so here's what it is, right? I muted you for a reason. He didn't say direct quote that he was in St. Louis. What I'm saying is he was probably in St. Louis one time for an away series, which happens every year, by the way. And then he went, there's nobody down here in downtown St. Louis right now because it might have been 1,000 degrees outside, and nobody should be walking around downtown St. Louis when it's 1,000 degrees outside. Nobody should be walking around any city downtown when it's 1,000 degrees outside. So he took his anecdotal evidence, his one time, and then he used it to make fun of a city when his city was getting trounced by their city. I understand that your St. Louis Cardinals went and kicked out of the Mets the one time in 06, and he got angry about it one time, and so he sat there and went, you know what, screw it. I'm going to make fun of St. Louis. Just like I make fun of every team when they do something. I didn't like Bryce Harper till he put on red pinstripes. Now I love the guy. I didn't like Kyle Schwarber until he put on red pinstripes. Now I love the guy.
Ever heard? This is a genuine question to the two of you. When have you ever heard an announcer openly trash the city that they were calling games in?
All the time. Did you listen to Bob Wack in Pittsburgh?
Show me.
Bob Wack in Pittsburgh used to do it all the time when he was on away games. Yeah, he would trash on the city he was in. He was like, I can't stand it here. He did it all the time.
All right.
Now, Bob Wack was a crappy announcer. I hated Bob Wack. But at the same time, let him. He was a former player, so he had been to pretty much every one of those cities before. So he's allowed to do it. It's anecdotal evidence. You can't sit there and say that he never did it and that it's not true.
All I have to say, and I'll end on this, is Gary Cohen has made an enemy for life out of me.
Sure, fine. You're allowed to have a mortal enemy.
He is, and you know what? If you don't want to live in St. Louis, then don't move to St. Louis. I'll see you there. If you want to meet me at Busch Stadium, I'll meet you there, Gary Cohen. I will meet you there, right there. At the game.
105 degrees out at 2 p.m. for a 4 p.m. game, and nobody's gotten to the stadium yet, and there won't be many people downtown. Then you're going to realize why he said there was a neutron bomb that hit St. Louis. Anyway, thanks everybody for jumping into the show. My last call today was 20 points from Paul George, 20 points from Julius Randle, 7 assists from Maxey, and 3 from Anthony Edwards. This has been Just the Bet Slips, where we promise you one thing and one thing every single day, and that is to bring you the hot tips to help your bet slips go responsibly, chase that bag, and allow us to play you out.
Yo, we in the game, talking number stakes high. Knowledge and skill, like a bird we fly. Analyzing stats, we don't just guess. Betting on the win, you know we're blessed. Just the bet slips, we keep it real. Breaking down the odds, you know the deal. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. Rolling with the punches, we look for the signs. Parlays and props, counting all the coins. Every podcast episode, we bring the heat. Strategies laid out, can't accept defeat. Tune into the wisdom, hear our call. In this betting world, we'll never fall. Just the bet slips, we're making plays. Informed decisions, we light up the ways. Chasing that victory, hit the big score. Join the community, we're here for more. On this gambling journey, we ride the bet. With just the bet slips, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Show me the money!